What's going on this morning then, Chris?
Well, we're getting up. Got to get up, got to get out of this place. First night seen through, and we're off to HYDRA today.
HYDRA? And
yeah.
what have you done to the bikes besides put the luggage on?
Yeah, so I'm just finishing strapping mine back on again. I think we've got to get into a routine. I think when I get the opportunity to properly, I'm going to have to sort what's in what bag. Otherwise you take it into all your bags into your room or wherever you're staying, and where is everything? So then you end up undoing everything. That means that everything has to be repacked again in the morning. So consequently, it's a bit of a major job. So I've got to be a bit more careful with that. Yeah, so I've also checked the tyre pressures on both bikes. We've pumped them up a little bit more than they were because of our being so overloaded, and hopefully we'll see how that one goes.
So we're going to try and look for somewhere for breakfast. No idea about anywhere because neither of us have been to Barmera before. I bypassed it when we came down the river on a kayak because it's nigh on impossible to actually get from the river to the lake. You're supposed to be able to, but I found it impossible. It was pretty much closed off. So the first thing is hunting out breakfast. It's not going to take too long to get to HYDRA, so it's only about what, hour, 2 hours?
Over 2 hours.
2 hours, just over 2 hours. It's not too far. So, and we're leaving at a reasonable time of day. So we have to get into the swing of being out of the rooms anyway by 10 a.m. and even a campsite. So as long as we give ourselves a good couple of hours, because once it becomes routine it's going to be easy, but at the moment it's not routine and it's not easy.
Yeah, I want a backup vehicle to carry my bags, please. Have you got your earphones on?
Hear me?
No.
It says channel 1 mesh. It's a lot bigger than I thought.
Sorry?
The town, it's a lot bigger than I thought. The only cafe I can find is, well, the one that's open is back the way we came along the A20, and it's just on the left where we turned off.
Yeah, somewhere near Woodside.
First stop of the day. Chris has got breakfast. I haven't got any breakfast because it's sort of a bakery, so never mind. Looks good though.
Yeah, we piled up the bikes, jumped on the bikes, and we said, well, we'll have a look out for somewhere to get some breakfast or coffee and whatever. And I think it took Glynis about 2 seconds to get to this place. We're going here. But no, just the coffee for Glynis.
So in between truck noise.
In between?
In between truck noise, because we're on a major highway. It's really difficult to find a cafe, one, which is not got an access road which is on a huge slope, and at the moment I'm not comfortable enough trying to back the bike down a slope because it's so heavy and I'm so short, and which means that some of the cafes, there's quite a few cafes here in Barmera, but it means trying to find, you know, one or two which are relatively flat. So this one's got a gravel car park, which is not a problem, but it's just a case of once we get used to the weight and we get a bit more comfortable, or I get a bit more comfortable, I think. So Chris has got more self-confidence than I have, I would say, because he's got legs which are 5 inches longer than mine.
5 inches longer, it's about half an inch. I'm a short ass as well.
So another thing that I tried to do this morning was to adjust the suspension. So Chris did re-inflate, add some more pressure into the tyres, which is always a good thing when you're carrying luggage. But the bike also has an adaptive suspension system, but it's not automatic. So there's a little button just on the left-hand side of the handlebars, and fortunately we're both carrying the manual on our phones, as well as a physical manual. And it does say to long press that button in order to change from rider to rider with luggage or two up. There isn't a fourth one for two up with luggage, so that the bike must really drop down then. Anyway, I've got a long black, and it's nice and sunny, it's really warm, and we'll probably stop a little bit further on if there's anywhere to stop before we hit the long straight road.
Bloody arm up. I've just torn a muscle. I felt it snap. Come on.
Come straight out. Straight out. We'll go for the A20, it's a straighter road. Lost directions. See if you can stop. Right foot down, maybe. I don't know what the f***'s going here. It wants us to go back to... can't get... There mustn't be a signal. Right, there's a few cars. Move forward. Move forward now. and join the road. Clear, come straight out. Hospital. Doctors and night staff only. Oh, Beaks, check into our tidy little room here. So we've got 2 beds. Big one and a small one, and of course all our kit is all over the place. So as you can see, comes with a microwave, a table, got some clothes drying in there, and a bathroom. Basic and functional, that's all you need from a bathroom. It's very clean, I have to say, and yeah, the place is just loaded with stuff. So you might be thinking to yourself, okay, where's the other fella? Well, it wouldn't be a trip away without a disaster, would it? It just wouldn't be Australian if it wasn't a disaster. He's in Mildura Emergency Department. Well, Biggs, it's now 10 past 10 in the evening. I've been at the RSL for many hours. I didn't have anything else to eat today, so I really had to go over there and get something to eat and something to drink and just sit there watching TV and waiting for messages. Nothing special really, and I've decided to come back to the room and there's still no movement at Mildura, so who knows what time the happy wanderer will return. More about that later.